Hey, what's going on everyone? Moose here, and today I actually want to talk about a product called Ceramic Shield. This is by Suppressor Solution. They are a company that has revolutionized, in my opinion, the way that we should treat. And what do I mean by treat? Well, our firearms. And we're going to talk about that coming up next. All right, so hey, before we get started today, I do want to talk about today's sponsor, and that is my Medic. This is their EDC pouch. This is for my gun belt, and it has all the necessary stuff inside of it to, well, keep me alive in case of a bad scenario or somebody else that I may be out shooting with. We've got a tourniquet. We've got, let's go ahead and open this thing up because this thing is really cool. We've got a tourniquet in here. Let me pull this out. We've got chest seals. So very cool. 2 chest seals. We've got a pair of gloves. We've got a marker for our tourniquet. We've got, these look like emergency pressure bandages, 4 inchers. And a thing of Quick Clot, as well as a free digital download for their first aid training. So I definitely ask you guys to go check out my Medic. As you guys know, I've been carrying their stuff for a little over a year now. I carry their trauma, the recon bag. I carry it in my car 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Every time that I shoot, that is definitely 100% with me. Out at the range, you guys have seen it a bunch of times. Thank God I've never ever had to use it, but you know what? It's not worth your life to find out in the future that you may or may not need something. So definitely go check them out. I'll put a link in the description down below for my Medic, and you guys can go pick up your next life-saving piece of equipment. All right, so let's talk today about this ceramic shield. So here's something really interesting about the ceramic shield. And part of that is that I actually came across this. My local FFL had some of this, and he said, Moose, you got to try this stuff. I said, okay. So he sent me home with some. I put it on my Glock 19, and I was blown away with the way that it repelled basically the carbon buildup, all of the additional dirts and grimes that come with shooting at a range. And literally after putting it onto my Glock, and we're going to have another video on that. There is one coming up. I was literally able just to wipe my gun off, and it looked like I had cleaned it like hardcore. So this is a ceramic coating basically for your firearms or other pieces of equipment. And I wanted to kind of showcase it today because now I've treated the majority of my handguns, 2 of my ARs, and almost every one of my knives except for one, and that is the one that you guys have seen on the channel quite a bit. This is my SOG. It literally goes everywhere with me. It's very dirty right now, you know, but it literally absolutely positively goes everywhere with me. And if we read this, it will actually tell you, well, I guess it tells you on their website, but this is actually a cleaner and a freaking coater at the same time. So I was trying to think of how can I explain to you guys about just how smooth my knives feel before and after. I just don't really know how to do that other than you guys have trusted me for years to, you know, for my honesty, and I hope that you guys will believe me now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this And I'm going to put a little bit on this side, right? Just enough. And I'm just going to rub it in just around. It's safe for your hands. It actually kind of smells a little bit like licorice, I guess, or maybe a slight hint of, I don't know. It doesn't smell bad though. It's not one of those things that you smell it and you go, ooh, you know. So what they recommend is go ahead and rub it onto your knife, your gun, whatever it is, and then let it sit for a few minutes. So I'm gonna let it sit, and I'm gonna tell you the test that I have coming up. So I did reach out to Suppressor Solution, and I did request some more of this, right? I have literally been through about half of my little 1 ounce trial bottle, and I've got lots more stuff that I want to coat. They were very nice, very great people. We talked a lot about the company and things like that. And I believe that they're going to send us some more stuff, as well as some stuff to give away. So when I shoot the next video, and I can't wait, I'm going to tell you guys what the video is going to be on. So stick around. Don't click off. Don't leave. And by the way, while you're at it, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. And also, give this video a thumbs up, because while this might not be your primary thing that you want to see, it certainly helps me and the channel to continue to bring you guys this kind of stuff. So, but anyway, I lost my train of thought, and that's okay, because we're just going to go straight to what I'm going to do with this video. Okay, so anyway, they said they would send me some stuff. So what I want to do is I want to take an AR. I'm going to completely coat it in this stuff, and I'm literally going to drag it through mud and mud puddles and show you how this stuff just repels off of it. How do I know that that works? Well, I did take one of my other knives that I did treat. I had my son grab me some dirt. We mixed up a little bit of mud pie, and we buried the knife into the mud, and I picked it up and literally shook the knife, and it was darn near perfectly clean. So just like with your car, ceramic shield, you know, we all ceramic shield our cars on occasion, especially if you've got a nice one, you want to retain your paint, same thing. Now, one thing I don't know, and I will find out, is how long does this last for? You know, how long is that ceramic coating good for? You know, is it good for, you know, 6 days, depending upon use? I mean, I just don't know. But we are going to find out. I am going to show you just how much smoother. I'm going to tell you guys just how much smoother. The knife wasn't that unsmooth, to be honest with you. I mean, I take pretty good care of my knives, and I've used other products on my knives, so they do generally stay pretty darn good. And we're just going to go ahead and wipe this off. Not only did it completely clean my knife, because it really did, all the junk that was on it, but now, I mean, listen, on a smoothness scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like the smoothest thing you've ever felt in your life, I would say that this is a solid 8.5. Now, you may be saying to me, Moose, what the frick, dude? And maybe even the company's saying, man, what the heck? But I'm talking about the smoothest thing that I've ever felt in my life compared to how does this feel? It is ridiculously smooth. It is so ridiculously smooth, in fact, that I am certain that it is going to enhance the performance of my knives, right? Less drag, more cutting, right? Whether you're cutting food or, you know, skinning game or whatever, you know, just like with all other ceramic coatings, this stuff molecularly bonds itself to your blade. It's not just sitting on the top waiting to be eaten off, right? I'm certainly sure that, like other products that do, in fact, cling to metals, this is doing no different. Like I said, I've definitely got another video coming out. I definitely want to show you guys that. But I just wanted to really put this out there and say, man, if you guys are interested, I'm telling you, go check out Suppressor Solution. I'll put a link in the description down below. This is not a firearm. This is not a gun part. This is simply a protectant for almost anything that you can think of that's metal, right? And I know that it's also safe for your plastics and your grips. So even if you were to get the spray bottle and spray it over your entire tool, it's not going to create, you know, like a gummy, sticky, tacky feel on your grip or on any of your other rubberized issues or parts or anything like that. So definitely check them out though. I'm telling you, this stuff, man, it made a believer out of me. I really didn't know what to think. And after coating my first firearm, I was like, you know what? This is insane. It is insane. So I am going to actually be shooting a video later on with Demo Dave with that firearm that was coated, and I'll talk about this again then. So when you see that video, you'll know what I'm talking about. So make sure that you subscribe so you can check out that video, because that's more shooting. So with that being said, man, be good to each other. I appreciate you guys. God bless. See you later, alligator.